Oh hey, this is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna, coming at you. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, with some information I just wanted to pass along. Now, I started my new blog, so I invite you all to go and check that out. It's Book Kahuna Chronicles, and it's going to be things about items about books and different other aspects that I find interesting in my life that I want to chronicle. And that's what's going on with that. Eventually there's going to be an ebook coming out too, based on what's happening with the Chronicles. So I'm working on that, working on my health, and that's basically why I wanted to give this update. I believe I filled everybody in on what happened with the hospital with Thanksgiving, and and then I was back in the hospital. I was in the hospital for about 10 days right after Thanksgiving. And but what happened was, after that I've been fine, and I went to my urologist for I had to get a shot. I have these cancer shots I have to get every 3 months. And what's happening is the combination of my prescription medications and the shots, my PSA has gone down from a 0.9 in November to a 0.4 as of February, which is fantastic, which means I still have cancer. I still have prostate cancer, but the shots and the prescriptions are keeping the cancer from growing. So the tumors are not growing, nothing's happening on that end of things. Now, on the other side, which is the kidney side of things, the end-stage kidney disease, I've been asking my dialysis center about the possibility of, what are my chances of maybe getting on the transplant list and getting a kidney transplant. And I was told by my urologist that the chances are not great. There's a certain amount of time that I have to be cancer-free or as close as possible, and also you reach a point in age where they're not going to want to transplant a kidney into somebody at a certain age. That age is roughly around 70 years old. Now, I'm nowhere near 70 years old, but I would have to be cancer-free for a few years, and I was thinking, wow, if I have to be cancer-free and then get on the list, I could be pushing it towards that 70-year mark. And so I talked to my nephrologist and the PA at my dialysis clinic that I go to, and they did all the footwork to get me an evaluation. So next Monday morning, I go down to South Denver. It's the Porter Hospital Center, and I start the process of going through the evaluation to see if I am a viable candidate for a kidney transplant. Now, even if I am a viable candidate for a kidney transplant, I believe it wouldn't happen right away, because I have to be cancer-free, or as close as we can get it, for a certain amount of time. And I was diagnosed in August of 21. So I'm coming up on 2 years as a cancer survivor. We'll see. I'm keeping everything low key. I'm very happy and grateful that I have this opportunity to go and talk to the clinic about the possibilities and go through the exercises that I have to go through to see if I am a candidate. But I'm not putting all of my enthusiasm into it. When they say, hey, yeah, Don, you're on the list, then things will change. I have another problem, though. I am single. I live alone. I do not have any family members close by. I have close friends in the area, but I don't know if I could impose on them for this type of time consumption that I would need if I was to be given a transplant. I would need a caregiver. The healing process after the transplant. So I was given all of this paperwork about, putting in for a caregiver, and I have no idea. I don't know what I would do. Possibility is that I could get I could be on the transplant list, and since I don't have a caregiver, I might not be able to do it, which is kind of sad. And if you know my story, I lost my fiance to liver disease. She needed a transplant, and she died in 2014, and she didn't get the transplant. Now, if Susan were here, Susan would be my caregiver, and I would have been her caregiver if she got a transplant. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to go through the process, see what happens, see where the cards end up, where they may, and go and live my life. And if I do get a transplant, I get a transplant, and I'll figure out what I have to do. I'm going to talk to the social worker at dialysis about, there's got to be people out there that are single and solo who have problems like me, who need a transplant and don't have anybody who can come and give them a ride and do all these other things and hang out and, make sure they have food and their medications. And so that's the downside of being alone. It kind of sucks that you can't, you may have this opportunity and it may, just go through your fingers because you're alone. But, maybe that's the cross I'm supposed to bear. So, anyway, the Book Kahuna Chronicles, BookKahunaChronicles.com. Go check it out. There's a lot of good information. Soon to be a new ebook that's going to be coming on Amazon. And that's it for now. Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. Till next time, bye-bye.